to tap in now.
Everybody dies, but not everybody lives.
Time to tap in now.
Everybody dies, but not everybody lives.
My mind right, money right, yeah. Ready for war, nigga, we ready for y'all.
You are now tapped in with the Hood Mystic. You are now tapped in with the Hood Mystic.
Let me see those hands in the air.
You are now tapped in
Everybody jump.
with the Hood Mystic.
Let me see those hands in the air.
You are now tapped in
Everybody jump.
with the Hood Mystic.
Peace to the tribe, peace to the collective, man. Oh man, boy, do I got a show for y'all. Sharing it. So this video is about Gucci Mane. Yeah. So Gucci Mane is an American rapper and record executive. He is credited along with Atlanta-based rappers T.I. and Jeezy with pioneering the hip hop subgenre trap music for mainstream audiences into the 2000s. His debut studio album Trap House was released by independent label Big Cat Records. The standout songs on Trap House were So Icy and the title track Trap House. This is where like the nation, the country kind of got put on to Gucci Mane. And when Gucci Mane came out in 2005, he was a pure force of nature. I mean, in the streets, wasn't nobody hotter than Gucci Mane. It just, and then he had got into a situation with Young Jeezy, and Young Jeezy sent some hitters to his crib, and Gucci Mane took them out. And so his lore grew. Like he became like this. Like when you do some gangster stuff and you live to talk about it in the hood, you reach God status. And that's where Gucci Mane was at. But Gucci Mane went to jail in 2009 and things was different. So to like set up this conversation, we got to start at the New York Times back in the days. This article came out in 1996, but it was referencing something that the Federal Bureau of Investigation does. They carried out a secret nationwide effort to destroy the Black Panthers, including attempts to stir bloody gang warfare between the Panthers and other groups, and to create factional splits within the party, according to the staff report of the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence Activities. The Bureau's efforts, part of the COINTELPRO or counterintelligence program, contributed to a climate of violence in which 4 Black Panthers were unalived. So I referenced the Black Panthers as a mode for the FBI. What does the FBI do? They infiltrate a group of Black people and they split them up. And then they put informants in the group to then have you go through a whole set of rigmarole that you think is by chance. Whole time the CIA was carrying out a secret nationwide effort to destroy the Black Panthers. So, what does this have to do with Gucci Mane? A lot, if you just give me a second to explain. Like the video, share the video if you hear. It does great numbers for, it does wonders for the algorithm. It's just a late night stream of consciousness. Now, the weird situation between Gucci Mane and MK Ultra and COINTELPRO. Radrick Davis, also known as Gucci Mane, was sentenced to federal prison, not state prison, but federal prison for illegal gun possession. Now, let's keep in mind that Gucci Mane is a rapper with a lot of clout in the streets. So, how would it ever be illegal for him to possess a gun when his life almost got taken and he had to defend himself through gun violence? So, what I'm saying is, Gucci Mane went to federal prison for nothing. He went to jail for having a gun. Okay? That's not a crime, especially in certain states, especially if your life almost got taken and you had to defend yourself because you in the streets, you a multi-millionaire, you have to protect yourself. So this is MK Ultra, and I'm gonna show you exactly how and why. I'm hitting you with quick bits because I'm not here for the long, drawn out rigmarole of the situation. So the story goes as follows. Radrick Davis, also known as Gucci Mane, has been sentenced to 3 years and 3 months. That's all day, every day. Masonic 33 number codes. Period. You don't sentence somebody 3 years and 3 months. What does that even mean? Either give them 3 years or 4 years or 5 years or 6 years. You don't need to add 3 months to it because what does that even matter? When you sentence a megastar, a multimillionaire to a sentence, it's gonna be weird numerology letting you know what's going on. Everything that I'm saying is not true. This is just a joke. It's all fiction. Don't even act like I'm saying nothing truthful. Act like I'm saying nothing but a lie. So Gucci Mane gets sentenced to 3 years, 3 months in federal prison. Keep in mind, Davis has on possessing and using guns. So his history is what got him sentenced to 3 years, not ever committing a crime. The United States Attorney says that one of our highest priorities is to remove violent repeat offenders from our streets so that our neighborhoods and cities are safer. The word is remove. So Radrick Davis wasn't put in jail for a lack of better words. He was replaced. He was removed according to the federal government. I'm going to get into more details. Just stick with me. Like the video, share the video. late night conspiracy talk. Welcome to the X-Files, right? Might should call this show the Sex Files. This sentence is a direct message to criminals that the Alcohol, Tobaccos, and Firearms Association, whatever you call them, or our law enforcement partners are observant and will not allow violations of our laws to go unpunished, regardless of celebrity status. So they put in the press on Young Gucci Mane got a style so strange. Every word I use might mean two things. Right? They letting you know we know you a celebrity, but we got bigger plans for you than putting out hits. We want you to do something much more important, Gucci Mane. So we're going to take over your likeness and we're going to start operating on some straight clown buffoonery in the name of Gucci Mane. So what happened? Now I'm gonna show you how this is MK Ultra. Just give me a second. So what happened when Gucci Mane got arrested? Like, what did he do? What was the situation? According to the United States Attorney Yates, the charges and other information presented in court on September 14, 2003, the Atlanta Police Department, not the feds, the Atlanta Police Department received a call from a concerned citizen and an acquaintance of Davis. That's strange. How are you? Who is this concerned citizen and who is this friend of Davis that told police that the defendant was acting violent and had a handgun? When police arrived, they found Davis pacing the street, smelling strongly of marijuana and waving a Glock 40 caliber handgun, making threatening comments. Now, if this sounds familiar, the reason why it does sound familiar because this is a MK Ultra playbook. So what I'm going to show y'all now is a video from Martin Lawrence because Martin Lawrence was pacing up and down Hollywood Boulevard, threatening people, yelling people. He was butt naked with a fur coat, going crazy. Because the MK Ultra, listen, Martin Lawrence, the Martin TV show ended prematurely and probably was one of the greatest TV shows ever put together. So what we're talking about is a system of getting our best and brightest and fucking them over. This is the game. And you need to be able to see beyond the veil. Like, we're going to get into many different things, but it's going to be quick hitters. But I want you to realize just because you see these niggas on TV, don't make them better than you in no shape, form, or fashion. So I got to stop sharing it. And then I'm going to share it again so y'all can hear the audio. This is MK Ultra. Now, Gucci Mane, let's go back. Gucci Mane was pacing the street, smelling strongly of marijuana, waving a loaded Glock 40 caliber handgun, making threatening comments. And he got sentenced to 3 years and 3 months for this. Okay? In federal prison for this. Now, to me, it seems like he was having a nervous breakdown and maybe he needed to go to the mental health, whatever. But this is all theater. This is all make-believe, bro. Like, you can have a talent and you can sign to a record label and they can take your soul. And that's what they did with this man. And Martin Lawrence, check out what he's looking like nowadays. Soul is gone. The Martin that we once knew is no longer here. This is how they play. They take your essence and it's never to be returned again. And they can take it and be on a mansion somewhere. So you can't find it really. They scrubbed the internet of Martin walking down Hollywood Boulevard. But if you know, you know, right? We was alive. If you old enough, you know you was watching Entertainment Tonight with your grandma, and they was like, Martin Lawrence done gone crazy. So he had to do a comedy special where he then goes into what had happened. So this is a brief snippet of how he explains why he was in the situation that he was in.
Street, and I go to run across the street. I was trying to catch the light. I go to run across the street, and because how the light changed, I got caught in the middle of the street. Next thing I know, they got firemen, they got ambulance, they got the police, everybody out there with guns. All of them had guns out there just because I tried to run across the street. Nah, I'm fucking with y'all. I was higher than a motherfucker, y'all.
See, that's the game. I was higher than a motherfucker. That's the game. That's the MK Ultra lacing your shit or spiking your shit. Have you go and having a mental breakdown. They put y'all in them vehicles, them government vehicles, and you never to be seen again. Another person who had this same occurrence, Kanye West. Kanye West, the one that came out with the slaps, Dark Twisted Fantasy, is never going to be a Dark Twisted Fantasy no more. The slaps are gone. Gucci Mane, never going to put out another Lemonade no more. The slaps are gone. Lil Wayne, Millie, the slaps are gone. These are people that got cloned. Meek Mill, what's that song? Nightmares and Dreams. The slaps are gone. Okay? The ability to channel the divine source of creativity, gone. Because they sold their souls to these entities and have gotten cloned. Because all of the artists that I just named have went to prison because they were black entertainers. That was their crime. If they weren't black entertainers, they wouldn't even see. The government knows in reference to an artist's celebrity status. Our laws will not go unpunished regardless of celebrity status. They know it's a such thing as the hip hop police, a whole police force to monitor hip hop artists. And the way that police solve crimes, they're not on some Sherlock Holmes shit using DNA. This shit ain't CSI or none of that shit. That shit costs too much money. The best way to take down a criminal enterprise is through informants. Okay? And in the record label, in record labels, they are all informants. They all are subservient to the government. So a person will say, well, why Gucci Mane? Why Gucci Mane? Why not Gucci Mane? Gucci Mane is known for being more of an executive than he is of being a rapper. Like I said, the slaps are gone. Gucci Mane goes to jail in 2009, comes out a completely different person, and nobody says nothing. He does a video called First Day Out, and this is how they put it in your face. Y'all please explain this shit to me. In the video, he's rapping with literal clones of himself. And trust me, y'all seen the thumbnail. You click the thumbnail. Look at the thumbnail and tell me that those are two of the same people. I've been in jail before. I lost weight when I got out of jail. I didn't look completely different to the point that niggas didn't recognize me. They wouldn't be like, oh, you don't recognize this person. If you don't tell me that that's Gucci Mane, if you don't do the fake tattoos, you're not going to assume. You might be like, damn, it could be his fucking nephew or some shit like that. His cousin, possibly. But it's not Gucci Mane. and why in your first video that you do outside of jail, you position yourself with clones. See, the thing about this government, the thing about this fucking world is that they cannot lie to you. The only thing that can happen is that you can lie to yourself. And why is this such a big deal? Because enchanting is a goddess, a real goddess that got tied up in this energy. So she's going to channel and she's going to work with you if you have a soul, because these are real gods and goddesses. Gucci Mane is a god. Gucci Mane is no longer on the planet no more. That's what y'all not understanding. So the mere fact that all of this shit can go on right in front of our faces, and he could be going viral talking about, who am I gonna sign for $1 million? I'm gonna sign a male artist and a female artist. This nigga shit riot, because they're playing in our faces. We should know what a record contract is. That's what we're going to talk about in this video. Stick with me. Like the video if you like it. Okay, one's in the chat if you like the video. After you hit a one, hit a quick like for your boy. All of these things help the algorithm. Now, Gucci Mane cannot be a clone because human cloning don't exist. This says congress.gov. I'm not making this shit up. I'm not the human cloning. This is published from the U.S. government publishing office, May 2nd, 2001. They've already presented. I'm not going through this whole entire article. I'll put it in the chat. You skim through it with a fine-tooth comb, and then you tell me that cloning don't exist. To me, it's a test run. To me, it's practice. Okay? The government, the FBI, the CIA, everybody know that the black man is the god. Everybody knows this. The government, the CIA, the FBI knows that they're on stolen land. Through their government authority, they have the right to steal your land and keep 1 foot permanently lodged in your motherfucking ass. Your ancestors and your descendants foot up the ass forever. Because when they tell you the truth, you just be like, that shit ain't real. You can't clone a human. Well, what they talking about in the government then? What are they talking about? They just blowing smoke up each other's ass? They just kind of just like shooting the shit? You know this shit ain't real. Read the published article on human cloning that was put out in 2001. Trust me, they've been working on cloning since the 40s with Hitler. A job like a job. You know, niggas go to work for 8 hours, 5 days a week. Since the 40s, they've been perfecting human cloning. You better believe it, to the point that you don't know. We are in a world where you will never know the difference between a clone and a real human. Some of y'all have already gave a clone some pussy. If you want to think about how crazy that is. So let's deal with the times Gucci Mane getting out of jail, and everybody is saying Gucci Mane is a clone. That was on Twitter. Everybody was saying it. Gucci Mane. Vulture, with their appeal to authority, said we're going to put out an article that's the definitive proof that Gucci Mane is not a clone. Can you see how a motherfucker is playing in your face? This makes me want to get How can you prove something that doesn't exist? I don't really fuck with AI, but I was listening to a podcast today and they were like using AI to figure out what was wrong with the statement. What is phonetically wrong with this statement? Because they got all of the linguists programmed. I spelled phonetically wrong, but it's AI, so it should know the difference. Right. Something is wrong with this sentence, y'all, and we about to ask ChatGPT what that is. But my computer is moving dumb slow because the CIA can control the stream just glitches out or start buffering. Just know the CIA and the FBI and the government is monitoring everything. But no weapon formed against me shall conquer. What about grammatically? Maybe I used the wrong word phonetically. Can you prove something doesn't exist? And if it don't give me no, okay. All right, Chat GPT. This is what I'm talking about. In a strict logical or philosophical sense, proving the non-existence of something can be very challenging and often impossible. This is known as the problem of proving a negative. So, how disingenuous is Vulture to put out an article saying that they have definitive proof that Gucci Mane is not a clone? Like, what are we talking about? Are you going to take DNA from the old Gucci Mane and get DNA from the new Gucci Mane and prove that they are the same DNA? Think about how crazy that sounds. So, in this article, when Gucci Mane was first released from prison, it didn't take long for the attention focused on him to produce the observation that the artist, while in prison, had changed a great deal. He looked, sounded, and behaved differently. I understand looking differently because you lost 50 pounds, but how you sound different? One's in the chat. How your voice change? Do losing weight make you? Hold on. I'm going back to chat BT. I'm addicted. I'm addicted. Does losing weight change your voice? Maybe it do. I, I don't know. Yes, losing weight. Okay, losing weight can potentially change your voice. The voice is produced by vocal cords within the larynx. Potentially, right? Maybe. You can have that. But I didn't ever change the way I sound. Anyways, behave differently. I can understand that. 50 pounds of fat had vanished from his physique. The rounded belly, face, and limbs of the old Gucci Mane had been replaced with lean, firm counterparts. The artist's online broadcast revealed that his demeanor had altered because he's a different person. He had cultivated a peculiar quasi English accent. Listen, the best actors are from England. Y'all don't know this? Idris Elba, every nigga on the wire basically from England, and people love the wire. They got mostly English actors. They, and a few Baltimore people make the best show ever. but that quasi English accent is hard to hide. Lil Nas X, and comported himself in an eccentric manner. The artist's famous face tattoo of an ice cream cone crowned with lightning bolts was no longer prominent. How you get tattoos removed in jail? I understand getting prison tattoos, but I ain't never heard of a nigga getting his prison tattoo removed in jail. He dressed in all white and ate kale. Through the interview with a Gucci associate that first gave rise to the rumors that were later proven to be fake. Once again, it's impossible to say that I didn't go to the store. You can't prove that I didn't go to the store because you don't know. You don't know who the real Gucci Mane is because the fake Gucci, we know that the fake Gucci Mane is gone or the real Gucci Mane is gone. The original Gucci Mane is not the new Gucci Mane. And there's so many ways to tell you and show you why. The rumors took hold and spread regardless. Everybody that was in the know in 2016 that was on social media, Twitter, Instagram, barbershops, groups of homies, came to the understanding and understanding that this Gucci Mane had been replaced by a government clone. That's the end of the story. No more to see here. Right? He gets out of jail, and probably one of the last great Gucci Mane songs, which was a feature, which was some record label, Gucci Mane, Bruno Mars, Kodak Black. Listen, all three of these people are clones that work for Atlantic Records. This company, when you want to get into the nitty-gritty of how record labels work, the movie you want to watch is Ray with Jamie Foxx. Yep, the same person that took an Advil and went in a 20-day coma. I'm not making none of this shit up. You can Google it, search it. When the last week you took an Advil last week, you didn't go in a coma for 20 days, but these celebrities be having the most peculiar shit happening to them, and then they get replaced. All right, Jamie Foxx looked the same. That's the same Jamie Foxx that was on the Jamie Foxx show with Fancy. This is what people about to tell me. No, it's just two different entities, two different people. But Atlantic Records is going to Atlantic Records, right? Gucci Mane, get out of jail. Kodak Black, such a sad. His play out is sad, man. You look at Kodak Black today, a young god that has so much potential and so much talent to change the world, to change the planet, said, fuck it, I'm going to just do Percocets. And then understand Kodak Black went to jail, and who bailed his ass out? Who got Kodak Black out of jail? Trump. In 2019, and Kodak Black got out of jail and put out a video where he had both of the clones in the fucking video. Man, y'all think I'm lying, bro. That's why I got to show y'all better than I can tell y'all. In 2019, Black was arrested for making false statements to possess weapons and was sentenced to nearly 4 years in federal prison. His sentence was commuted by President Donald Trump in 2021. Once they finish cloning you, you can get back out. Now watch this. I forget what the video is. I don't know what the song is called, but it's like one of them songs where he I want to say it's called like Peaches or something like that. I'm gonna try and see if that's a song. Peachy. I ain't about to play the song because of copyright. I'm gonna just show y'all. I think this is the video with the clone, man. Let's just see. I know it's around the same time. Like the video, share the video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. My spirit have been telling me to do more music videos because I be having all of this shit in my mind, and sometimes I just be wanting to make like a grandstand amazing video, but I'm just like, man, niggas can get it rolling uncut, same way I got it. You feel me? So I be really into this shit, and people either don't care or they be into this shit too. Like, and I don't be feeling like people be really coming with it with the conspiracy theory type of shit. And me, I'm just that type of person that like I'm just for the conspiracy. Like I don't mind getting dark. I don't mind. I don't mind crossing over. I'm trying to see. This was the same error, but I don't think this is the song. Like he had the knots, and then he had a video where he doing one where he's just him. It's him and he have a fro in the same video. It's crazy. But I ain't about to sit and search for it. Bro, we putting out too many videos for me. Ain't no way. But if y'all know the video, out of all the videos, it's the video when he first got out. I really want to say it's like first day out. No, that's ain't it either. I know it when I see it. Sure. But anyways, maybe I'll do a video about Kodak Black. Cause what the hell? I gotta do some research. But yeah, Kodak Black got out of jail. Completely different person. Now the clone, they got the clone. See the clone is addicted to drugs. The original Kodak was like poised for greatness. He was on that trajectory. He put out Tunnel Vision. Like Kodak was on that trajectory. No flocking. Like he was gonna be on that. I think Kodak would have been on like a Drake status if he ain't never, I feel like them people come to you, they ask you a question, and you can say yes or no. If you say yes, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna have to do some like bizarre shit. If you say no, they'll be like, all right, cool. Just take your ass out. So let's go through this roster for the new 1017. Now, I'm going to preface this with the facts that Gucci Mane built this roster mainly off of social media posts. Gucci Mane will get on social media and say, I got $1 million for your town's hottest rapper. I'm going to sign them right now. And for whatever reason, people would sign. But when they sign, a large percentage of them went through crazy shit. So let's just start off with Hot Boy West. Sentenced to prison for violence against mothers of his children. Signed to Gucci Mane. Big Scar, the Grim Reaper from Memphis. Now, games that they play. December 22 in the year of 2022, and he was aged 22 years. You start looking at these 22s, Caitlin Clark, Caitlyn Jenner, you know what I'm saying? That duality type shit. You don't see what they doing, but I see what they doing. They playing games with these numbers, and it's just these young black men. They see the fame, they see the success, and you can't tell them that is bullshit. Niggas think they the exception to the rule. No, they're gonna give you a loan, and you gotta pay back that loan. And if you don't pay back that loan, like Pooh Shiesty, another one of Gucci Mane's artists, they will get it back in blood. Pooh Shiesty got a song with Lil Durk, right? That's called Back in Blood. Pooh Shiesty, Back in Blood, featuring Lil Durk. I could do a video on Lil Durk and King Von too. It's all the same game. All right, you ain't Lil Durk, you ain't making no money. Who you gonna bring to the table? King Von, cool. We'll take that. This a big fish. And they take the soul, they harness the soul, they eat the pineal gland, they do all of these types of stuff with these people. Like this is America, okay? These people came to this land and took the skin off your ancestors' scalps, nigga. What the hell? And walked around with scalps of niggas. Like this is what we have to do. So when you see a suburb that's peaceful and little kids is riding around on bikes, about to go to the pool, it's summertime, have fun, that peace came from war. And trust me, if we knew better, we would do better. But they got this generation by the bowl sack. The TikTok alone have destroyed the whole generation Z and the whole generation Alpha. The Alpha don't stand a chance because nothing but phones is controlling these kids. Fujiano was dating a girl named Rennie Rucci. He go to jail. Guess what Rennie Rucci do? Find another nigga to be with. And Fujiano just in jail. She like, free Fujiano though. And she with Black Zach. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, Black Zach, you better be careful. Because you gotta look at people's records. And the most sad of them all, this is the second most sad of them all. Pooh Shiesty, he in jail for 8 years and chanting. She died from a drug overdose. The story goes, she wasn't even making money from rapping. She was getting money off of OnlyFans. And the sad part about it, when you look at the new 1017 roster, they got Big Sorrow on here, but they don't got Enchanting on here. That's crazy to me. Enchanting, one of the best artists. But anyways, listen to her music, stream her music. Anyways, one of her OnlyFans subscribers was crying. And when he was like, this is how I know she a goddess. Even look up the word enchanting and do the etymology on that. She was special to a lot of people that a lot of people don't even know about. She was a wonderful as an individual. I mean, Enchanting was special. And then he just gets so emotional about it. But it's just like, man, she right there with you, bro. This is what we got to start to understand. These energies, man, the young boy from Florida, Fulio, that's a real god right there. That's a real energy. And the way that COINTELPRO do it, they have black people go against other black people. And the whole energy of rap is beef rap. It was rappers that beef, but we had the De La Souls, the Tribe Called Quest, the Slum Village, the Backpackers. Yeah, hip hop is like I'm better than you, da 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 da. But it was more of a mental escape. You know, you can kick science when you rap. You can teach about ancient Egypt or Atlantis when you rapping. Like you can tap into those dimensions through the modality of sound. So now it's either pussy or fighting. It's either root chakra or sacral chakra. That's it. That's a shame, right? Because we don't get to really enjoy music now unless you listen to the older shit. So rest in peace to Enchanting. I hope that y'all tap into it. But she have been a victim of this entity. I'm not gonna call it Gucci Mane. I'm gonna call it the clone that is using the likeness and the energy of Gucci Mane to distort and warp these young black kids to crash out. Okay. The worst version of this CEO Gucci Mane is Lil Wop. Lil Wop is an artist that, you know, out of nowhere just started showing up on IG with lingerie on and shit. On his IG right now, he like on some, he a girl basically. Ain't no shade to the community or none of that. But trust me, when you sign to these record labels, they're about to fuck with your mind. They're gonna kill you. They're gonna throw you in jail. They're gonna have you doing some wild sexual stuff. We need to start talking about how hip hop and the artists, male and female, is just a harem for the elites. They're basically sex slaves for the elites. Nothing more, nothing less. And even more so now because the quality of music is basically artificial intelligence based. So they're going to the studio, saying words, putting it out, putting it on streaming services. And the reality of it is that the young boys and girls, they would give their left nut to sign a record deal. Especially, let me make sure you can hear it. I'm a cancel. Oh, it says that you can hear it, but I don't trust it. So I'm gonna cancel. I'm gonna remove it. Stop the screen. Then I'm gonna share the screen. We're about to break this down because a lot of people is gonna watch this video and say, "Shit, I'm about to DM Gucci Mane so I can get a record deal." Let's listen. It's only a minute, but then we're gonna break down what's actually taking place and how sinister and evil this clone is.
In the world, you got a trap gun right here. All these $100,000 a pop. So look, 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, 500,000, 600,000, 700,000, 800,000, 900,000. That's $1 million right there. That's what I'm willing to invest in my next superstar because I'm starting a whole new label, fresh. So I see millionaires. So who want to join my new label? Because I'm looking for my next male superstar. Babe, where you at with the count? How much you got over here?
So far, I got 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 8, 9, $1 million. I got $1 million, plus I got some extras that I'm still counting up for the female artists.
So I got.
Listen, if that money is real, it's provided by the CIA and the government. So therefore, like this shit is so sad and this shit is so crazy that like I know that people not looking at this with their third eye. They just looking at it like, oh shit, this is an opportunity to make $1 million. And no, bro, this is goddamn basically signing up to go to the slaughterhouse. These is CIA, FBI informants, and this is how this shit works.
I got $1 million for my next female superstar. I got $1 million for my next male superstar.
So you think that Gucci Mane is just going to give you $1 million because you talented? It's artists that think because they're talented that they're going to get money from a record label and they're going to get a record contract. A record contract is not you getting money. They're going to give you money that needs to be recouped, meaning that you're going to pay back every dollar that they gave you with interest. And everything that you do pertaining to your musical career, you're paying for out of that advance. Every engineer, studio session, dancer, lighting, it's all coming out of your pocket. So the bigger the production, the more that you're spending, the more that you have to pay back. But how can you make money off of music? How can you monetize a song on a streaming service? You cannot do it. Spotify is giving that money that they're getting. Apple Music is giving that money not to the artists, the labels, and then the labels will divvy it out to everybody except the artist. The artist gets pennies on the dollar for an actual album. If the CD was selling for $20 in the store, the artist was getting 4 cents. Look at TLC Behind the Music when they break that shit down. 4 cents on every album. And the money that you make, you got to pay that back. It is crazy, right? So let's get into Hopsin. Known professionally as Hopsin, American rapper, songwriter, and record producer from Los Angeles, California, he is known for use of white color eye contacts in his music videos and performance. He was first signed by Los Angeles-based record Jerry Heller to his label Ruthless Records. Okay, now when you get into Ruthless Records, you start talking about Eazy-E, the NWA. Eazy-E would still be alive if he wasn't signed to Jerry Heller and Ruthless Records. He didn't have AIDS. He got murdered. Okay? By the elite cabal that run the record companies. They asked Eazy-E, yes or no. Eazy-E probably said no. They said, okay. Turn around. And all of a sudden, I was around. It was the 90s. One day, MTV News, Kurt Loder. Newsflash, Eazy-E have AIDS. Wow, I hope he get better. Next day, maybe the next week, Eazy-E is dead. Damn. Okay, so Hopsin is signed to, we already know, Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, clones. Come on, man. Where's the slaps? Where's the beats at? Where's the detox at? All of these entities utilize writers and producers and engineers to get the point across. There is no talent. There is no abilities. It's all technology. It's all a smokescreen. Hopsin releases debut at 2009, putting out music. It gets to a time where his career is on fire. Like he going crazy on YouTube, right? Then bro just stopped making music for some reason. Like bro just he just stopped making music. Go on a hiatus from music. And so people believe that Hobson is Gucci Mane. And I would say that Hobson is a government agent. This is just how it goes, right? I'm gonna explain to you. Get arrested in 2012. You know you done fucked up, right? What did the dude say in the interrogation room in Minister Society? You know you done fucked up, right? So this means that he is in the system. A clean cut, like once you in the system, you in the system. So how do this work? Let's then go back to COINTELPRO and the Black Panthers. Watch this movie right here, Judas and the Black Messiah. This is how the government works, okay? They don't put out these movies for nothing. Like I said, they can't lie to you. They got to tell you the truth. The only thing is you going to lie to yourself and say, no, none of this shit is real. No, none of this shit matter. Nigga, you living in a matrix. This land is your land and it's been stolen from you and you pay them. How do tax work? You pay 35% income tax. You taxed on everything you buy, all your food. You taxed on your car. You taxed on everything, right? Everything you buy, you taxed on. This is how this shit works. If you become a millionaire, you about to give maybe half of that to the government. So if you made $1 million right now and you reported it to the government, you giving them half of that money and they ain't do half of the work. Listen to that. Listen to this. Listen to how crazy that is. One's in the chat if that's crazy. If you get $10 million, how much do I owe if I get $10 million a year in taxes? Income over $10 million, you'll give them 37%. You giving them, the more you make, the more money you giving them, as if they did the work with you. What Drake say? You wasn't in the gym. You wasn't with me shooting in the gym. If you earn $10 million a year, you might owe approximately $4,979,000 in taxes, nigga. That's crazy. That's wild. Still make that 10 million and give them that 5 million, of course, but wow. These niggas is not playing. These niggas is not playing, bro. So Hobson goes to jail because some shit happened at a club. It don't never be nothing. Why they listen? You a fucking hip hop artist signed to a record label and you get clout, nigga. You going to jail, bro. You going to jail. You about to get cloned. So how does this work? What is the Black Messiah about? The plot to the movie is in 1968, a 19-year-old petty criminal, William O'Neal, is arrested in Chicago after attempting to steal a car by posing as a federal officer. He is approached by FBI Special Agent Roy Mitchell, who offers to have O'Neal's charges dropped if he works undercover for the Bureau. Now let's scale back because we will get far into this conversation. Well, what do this got to do with Gucci Mane? The United States Attorney's Office, dog. Roderick Davis, aka Gucci Mane, sentenced to federal prison. In order to go to the federal prison, you need to be investigated by the Federal Bureau of Investigations. How do they utilize people to get crimes, to take down RICOs, to take down continuing criminal enterprises? Through informants. The best way to get an informant is get a nigga like Gucci Mane, and it not be Gucci Mane, but it be a whole clone slash boss slash informant slash let me sign niggas, get all their info. If we want to take down a Memphis gang, there's a lot of Memphis gang shit happening, right? What's the best way? Sign Pooh Shiesty to 1017. Now we know everything that's going in Shiesty fucking gang. Shiesty gang, them niggas go to jail in a RICO. Man, that was the whole point. that was the gist of it. You go to a club, have fun, get arrested. Now you working undercover for the Bureau. Now, this 19-year-old petty criminal is the one that got the Black Messiah. Man, Fred Hampton died, bro. Look how old this man was when he died. Believe this is not no fucking game. He was born in 1948 and died in 1969. That means that Fred Hampton was 21 years old. I know 21-year-olds in real life. For real. Like, let's be real. This man was taken out. These were young men poised on changing the world. That's what the stakes are. Change the world for the better or keep this matrix operating in full force, because these young children are the future. Let's fuck them up first off. Soon as you turn 18, we shoving a contract down your throat. We give you this contract. Now you owe us everything, because you never get a dollar. You never become rich when you sign to a record label. You can only pray that you hot enough to keep getting loans. Record labels is a glorified payday loan system / brothel for homosexual sex and heterosexual sex. That's what this shit is about. They don't care about your bars or nothing. That's why the people that's on, they will look physically, aesthetically pleasing. And you'll be like, well, why Ice Spice is the #1 rapper in Rhapsody? Because the elites will want to crack Ice Spice at will. That Ice Spice, if Lucius from Universal want to crack Ice Spice gonna tell him no. She want to be a rap star. She want to have a hit single. You tell Lucius, nah, you're not gonna get any. They can take you out like that. And these artists know, because they close friends, took out like that. And they all sitting around like, damn, ain't it crazy we ain't got no money for real? And people think that we rich. Yeah, that is some crazy shit. Ain't it crazy that our whole life is alone? That is some crazy shit. Why you think we gotta stand? Beyonce gotta stand in front of niggas. You think these artists want to be on tour? Would you want to sing the same song every day, all day in front of people? They don't love that shit. They are forced to do that shit because they have to keep up the matrix. So Fred Hampton, 21 years old, get took out by a federal informant. Okay, that's how they play. Now, this is Hopsin. In his own words, I'm going to just let him say it, and then we're going to discuss it, because at a certain point, I got to unshare it and then share it again. Janet Jackson on tour because artists do not make money. They don't make money. They don't make nothing. They don't make anything. And if an artist go on tour, so many people got to get paid. The bigger the tour, the more people got to get paid. It is a hassle. It is a struggle because when you get to this certain level of consciousness and realization, there's a if you thought about it, right, in the midst of the grand scheme of things, out of all the things you could do on earth, and you can see it and visualize it, and then like you want to do it but you can't because you got to go on a tour. That's real slavery right there. And if you don't do what the elites tell you to do, they're gonna take you out like they took a Aaliyah have so much self-respect and poise. Yeah, she do, but we're gonna take her out though. You can't take out Aaliyah. She's a goddess. She's so pretty. Yeah, watch this. MTV News. Dun, 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 dun. Breaking news story: Aaliyah's plane crash, and then you just watch the investigation on it. It's all elaborate and conspiracy. It's not just some random thing like, oh man, that was an accident, Aaliyah transition. No, she was taken out by the elites. You know she was taken out by the elites because then Beyonce and Jay-Z. You mean to tell me Beyonce is a bigger star than Aaliyah? Oh man, y'all ain't even eating y'all Wheaties in the morning. Beyonce, Rock Nation, Elites, Live Nation, the tour, like all of that sinister signing people, Jay-Z with the NFL, the Rock Nation brunch, and everybody going to the Rock Nation brunch ending up transition from Nipsey Hussle, Tory Lanez, and Megan Thee Stallion, they infamous picture. You seen what happened to them? You play with these elites and they put you in nothing but ritual. But see, you don't realize it because you want to be famous. You want to be successful. You want to make money. But they're never going to give you that. They don't like you. They hate you. They want to destroy you. They want you to destroy your people. I was listening to Beyonce Irreplaceable today. Let's watch the. I'm gonna show you Hobson real quick, but you know I like to zig and I like to zag. Okay, let's get into Irreplaceable lyrics. Beyonce probably destroyed more women. I can't even. It's incomparison. It's incomparable because we sing these songs, like they just lodge in our subconscious mind. But when they lodge in your subconscious mind, it's like a seed and it grows roots of whole culture, right? Everything you own to the box to the left. She say, "You must not know about me. You must not know about me. I can have another you in a minute." That's not a flex, Beyonce. If you can have another guy in a minute, that means you a hoe for real. Why do I want to even be in a relationship with a girl that can replace me in a minute? You think I'm gonna be secure and functional in that relationship, knowing in the back of your mind that you can replace me in a minute? How many women go into a relationships, a long-term relationship, thinking they can have another husband in a minute? That's how y'all think about going into a relationship? You could just replace niggas like that? That's what you can do? Okay. All right. Tell me you program without telling me you program, because it don't work like that. I was just listening to that earlier, like from that song, Independent Women. What I'm saying is the music industry is intentional, deliberate, and the artists are entities and energies, and you need to have a split personality like Drake to be successful in the industry. Drake is not Aubrey Graham. Aubrey Graham and Drake is two separate entities, two separate energies. But Aubrey Graham is a magician, warlock, sorcerer on a different level than all of these people. Period. And that's why the powers that be that are aligned with Kendrick Lamar want to take Drake out. This is a psychic war. This is a spiritual war. And if y'all want to sing They Not Like Us, then y'all just going to be in the same boat as Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. That's the same energy. So don't try to say, oh, Joe Biden is old, he crusty, and then be on the back like they not like us. They not like us. Yeah. The reason that song is so popular is because it's been pushed by the algorithms, i.e. the government. The government is in control over what songs is hot and what songs is not. They got it all set up based upon algorithms. It's artists with incredible music you'll never hear because they don't enter into the algorithm. You're going to have to literally search for them, but where are you going to search for them at? How are you going to find amazing artists that is like on a different level? I don't know. Sucks for you. But the algorithms is the algorithm. So if a song is going super viral, the government okayed that. And Kendrick Lamar is going to be performing for the DNC committee, getting Joe Biden reelected, and Joe Biden been giving billions of dollars to Ukraine. That's all he been doing in the fucking White House. Nothing else but giving in Maui, which is a U.S. territory that just had a volcano, and they need money to build up their country. I mean, they city or they state. We ain't sent them shit, and they're part of the U.S., but we sending billions, if not trillions of dollars to Ukraine because there is a foreign entity in our White House running shit. They're everywhere, and they're utilizing clone technology, and you're probably working for these people at these people jobs, and that's just the good part. The great part is that your consciousness is coming online and you can do amazing things. That's what they've been trying to prevent you from all this time. But now you got to understand, I have created spiritual connections to different types of entities and energies outside of this matrix. And not because I'm special, you can too. But this is the reality. This is what I'm laying out for you. And, do not listen to hip hop music. Do not listen to hip hop music if you're trying to be successful. If you're trying to make it out of your situation, if you're trying to be a great person, do not listen. I mean, some hip hop music is cool, but keep your ear open because hip hop music is a tool used to control and manipulate your mind. This is Hobson talking about Gucci Mane. We're going to react to it. And I want you to think about it. Why would he say it if it's not true? This is the same way of a person trying to say, we're going to put an article out that says that the definitive proof that Gucci Mane is not a clone. See, if Gucci Mane is not a clone, then you don't put out an article explaining that he is not a clone. You just ignore it because it should be preposterous. We should not be having a conversation on the possibility that Gucci Mane is a clone. And I for sure wouldn't say nothing until he put out that video that he put out yesterday, giving more young black men and women $1 million loan that they'll never pay back, that they'll have to either resort to selling their body on OnlyFans or selling drugs or going back to jail or having a mental illness and stress because they thought that they was on the path of success. Lo and behold, they just signed their soul over to goddamn people that get off on our blood. They love our anguish and fear and sadness. This is why they will glorify trap music, drill music, put money behind this music, billions of dollars behind this music, because they know the outcome. Young black boys and girls is going to kill each other, and the mamas is going to be sad. The communities is going to suffer. It's going to be more disarray, and it could all be avoided. But the reality is here, right now, here and now, niggas going to sit here and bear witness to Gucci Mane not being a clone, and I just don't understand how you can say that. it just make no sense to me. So here go Hopsin with what he said it like it's a joke.
The song was so big. The song was so big, and they told me I had to like kind of sacrifice something. They said you're gonna have to pay it back because you just put this information out there. This is gonna put people in the wrong mindset of what we're trying to do in society. So they told me that if I don't do these lists of things, then they're going to hurt my family or hurt people that I really care about. And they told me to go to this office. It was on Wilshire Boulevard in Los Angeles. And then when I went in, I asked them over the phone, what are they gonna have me do? They said they couldn't tell me. And then when I went into the office, they sat me down and it was like an all white room, and they opened one of the doors and it had a Gucci suit. A Gucci bodysuit. And I said, oh no, please don't tell me that is what I think it is. They said, yeah, it's exactly what you think it is, pal. And I said, no, please no, not the Gucci suit. They said it's the Gucci suit. This is the only way that you can repay for what you've done. And I said, not the Gucci suit, please. And they said, it's the Gucci suit.
Now, why would he be playing? Why would he be playing? See, the thing of it is, if it's something so preposterous as cloning, like cloning a human being is a preposterous statement. It cannot be real. It cannot be true. But explain to me why Hopsin looked more like Gucci Mane than Gucci Mane looks like Gucci Mane. Explain it to me. I can see the fake veneer, like teeth that you can lodge up into your shit, and the same facial features, the same person, same energy, same entity. How are these two people the same person? Veneers, maybe. But mentality, voice, energy, maybe even height. And it's like, I can say it because I know it. And it's like, well, people may disagree or agree or whatever the case may be. I don't care. But his wife is an agent. His wife is a handler. All you got to do is watch the movie American Ultra. A CIA handler, also known as a field agent or is responsible for recruiting, assessing, and handling foreign agents. They often travel to foreign countries to identify potential candidates for recruitment and must be able to evaluate people from a distance. Once recruited, through how you gonna recruit a hood nigga? You be a beautiful girl in the club, and you give them play, and you get to know him. It's easy to knock a hood nigga, believe it or not. Just be halfway decent with a personality, you good to go. Once recruited, handlers must ensure that agents operate within legal guidelines and safety procedures and that they maintain accurate records. They also need to have strong social skills and work with others. So get into agent handling or assets. Gucci Mane is an asset. Gucci Mane, people will sign to Gucci Mane's label and they will trap them into that record contract and it's over. What is a record label contract? A record label advance is a financial agreement where a record label or music publisher gives an artist or songwriter a lump sum of money, that $1 million he's showing you in the video, and niggas is happy. Ooh, I can make $1 million. Ooh, I can get $1 million. That's not real. You better off not dealing with it, because how you gonna pay back $1 million if you're not $1 million person? You won't be able to pay it back, and they're gonna get this. That contract is deep. Listen, they get to a certain point, they will unalive you, because they're gonna get their money back one way or another. Okay, they give you a lump sum of money in exchange for future earnings from music sales and royalties. But how is a person selling music? I haven't bought a CD in 20 fucking years. Invested nothing into the music industry but attention at this point. It's sad and it's sick. Advances are similar to loans in that they are recoupable, meaning that the artist must pay back the advance through future earnings. Now, the sad part, this is the fucked up part. The artist is getting the lesser amounts. If any money is coming in, the artist is barely getting a percentage point. And with that percentage point, he have to pay back a loan. That's an insult to injury. Okay? So, that's it. That's my stream of consciousness. That's what I had to say about this whole thing. Maybe it came from left field. Maybe you don't understand or understand what I'm trying to say. And okay with that, because I know what's on my heart and I know what's on my mind, and I know it off. You feel me? It's gonna be other videos like this, straight to the point, dealing with things that I know people is interested in. And I put this video out for people who was just like trying to get a rundown of the energy from beginning to end, like, you know, just a conspiracy, spiritual, occult understanding of the shit that's taking place right before your eyes. No, you cannot just be passively bobbing your head to this shit, because it's pure mind control. Okay. So with that being said, this is Hood Mystic with another video. I hope y'all enjoy it. Like the video if you like it. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And do not let your children listen to this demonic ass music. Okay, it's going to fuck with their head and have them want shit that they don't even need. Okay. When you talk about Drake symbolism, you talking about this is Drake right here. If you want to understand Drake, you're going to have to watch Queen of the Damned. Right? Drake is more like Lestat. Lestat is just a French word that means the state. And the state and the government are parasitic, vampiric energies and entities that have existed for thousands of years, right? But they're not superseding the ancient gods that have existed for millions of years. However, what the vampiric entities do is mind control, shape shifting, entity manipulation, population control. Like, we are in a system, in a world where every human that live in America right now, we could all live in Texas with mass space. Could all Americans fit inside of Texas? No, shit. The entire population of the world can fit inside of Texas. That, you know what that means? You know what that means? That means that we are living in a simulation. Okay? So Drake is a ancient entity. Like, if you listen to, let's pull up some lyrics. So you would say like, Hood You making all of this stuff up. All you would have to do is do Drake, Central C, freestyle lyrics. Drake tell you exactly who he is on this song. He don't even lie about it. Feel like I've been here over 1,000 years, like since the medieval times, and I'm still just a cutthroat king, even though this is recent times. Is he just making it up? Maybe he's just making it up. Because you know we some demon guys with jealous and evil eyes. See, we just be bobbing our heads to the music, y'all. We just be like, ooh, this song is nice. But when you look at the lyrics, you know that's how Jesus died. You know that's how Julius Caesar died. I bet you there were decent guys. I swear they remind me of me sometimes. He be like Drake. It never been a nigga colder than Drake. I don't care about that rapidy rap shit. I need Kendrick to put out a song called I Better Find Your Lovin'. And make me feel like it's one of the best R&B songs that ever came out in the history of life. Throwing that fucking I Better Find Your Lovin' right now with that fucking Kanye West. He was in his 808 bag, the 808 and Heartbreak bag, where he was just kind of doing the raw, distorted, just the vibey, just take you into another dimension type of beats, just drum, because you know it's only two instruments, the voice and the drum. So when that song come on and them drums come on, like you know, when they first, I know them first 4 bars came on, niggas was like, okay, I gotta sit with this horse. Say I gotta come with some shit on this because this beat different, right? So like Drake is able to siphon energy from other people because he's a vampire. All right. Drake, Dracula, Draco. We talking about the Draconian era, all of these entities and energies like that are vampires. Straight up and down. So play with it if you want. But I'm not afraid of none of these niggas. I would just be on the type of time to say, I need to get into my spiritual bag if I want to be wealthy. Because that's how these niggas are becoming wealthy, by understanding the occult. Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter, gotta watch it. Because Abraham Lincoln and Pascal Beverly Randolph, that's what it was about. That's who took Pascal Beverly Randolph, the fucking vampires. We got all the space in the world, and yet and still we being held up by these entities and energies. So it's time to get free. It's time to let this goofy matrix system go and tap into our spiritual power, because the time is now. So thank y'all for watching. I'm happy that y'all liked the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. It really helps me out a lot, helps out the channel a lot. I appreciate all of y'all support in reference to watching the video and being a good sport. Comment on the video, some videos that I should do in the future, any type of like artists or movies or things you want me to break down and look at. I will do that for the squad. But I'll catch y'all on the flip side. I'm about to relax and enjoy the rest of my night. Peace.